we all know that the pandemic has been exceptionally difficult for many Californians who've lost their jobs. So a program is launching right here in the Bay Area to help people get back on their feet. And joining us right now is Tina Kapoor, the Economic Development Manager for the city of Fremont. She is here to talk about the program, Earn and Learn Fremont. Tina, thank you so much for joining us, especially on this day.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. First off, give me an idea of how the program works, when it started, and just the nuts and bolts.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. And Deanna, I would just say, pandemic really was a call to action for all of us. The outsized impact that we're witnessing firsthand of this pandemic on certain sectors and populations is just stark, right? Women, minorities, low-income individuals are hugely affected by massive layoffs in retail and hospitality, or they're stuck in a cycle of high turnover, low-wage jobs. And if you know Fremont, the city is known as the hardware side of the Bay, thanks to 900 manufacturing companies that make things here. And access to talent has been their number one need for years. So here we have an abundance of jobs in advanced manufacturing that only ramped up in 2020 because a lot of these companies were making things, specifically in the life science or the medical device category, right? COVID test kits. And a lot of people who need to be connected to better paying careers that offer financial stability and upward mobility. So that was the idea, a deliberate effort to create the right formula to successfully bring equitable and diverse talent pipeline in advanced manufacturing. And so the first ever partnership between industry, academia, and government was formed. The program really had two goals. One, of course, to address the talent needs of our employers, and two, to help those who really need most help. And, I'd like to take this opportunity again to thank our partners that made this innovative program such a success, starting with, of course, Evolve Manufacturing right here in Fremont. Great culture in the company. Again, shout out to Noreen King and Matt Pollock. We also brought two workforce boards to the table, the Alameda County Workforce Development Board and San Jose's Work to Future. And these organizations are great conduits for us to reach the target population we wanted to serve, but also, tap into the federal funding streams to help us launch the pilot. And then research shows, it can be incredibly difficult for someone to make a complete shift in their career, right? So hence the learn part of the program. So we brought Ohlone College to the table with their new Smart Manufacturing Technology program led by Dr. Rose Margaret Itua. And that has been really fantastic. And, we know all of these issues can be really compounded for women in particularly. So City of Fremont's Family Resource Center also stepped up, bringing counseling, supportive services to the table. We're thrilled with the results.
And Tina, you and I spoke about this a little earlier, and you touched upon this in your first response, that it is this partnership aspect of the program that is so key, and that's the innovative part of it all. Can you give me an example from start to finish of someone who has gone through all of the different channels and how that collaboration has helped?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the results of this experiment, this program, we wanted to just try something to bring the two together, bringing in more people and introducing them to advanced manufacturing careers. And with just one cohort, we were able to help a veteran, an unhoused individual, and of course, women and minorities to pivot to new and better careers. So there were 17 people that went through and completed this pilot. And I will say these people, they're amazingly resilient. They're driven, inspiring individuals, right? They completed the program despite so many barriers that they faced. And all 17 have been offered full-time jobs in advanced manufacturing. And they're working either at Evolve Manufacturing or another company in Fremont. And I would say, the innovative part of this Earn and Learn Fremont or ELF partnership was really, COVID was a challenge, right? That was an overlay on top of this program that we had to tackle. And then bringing in people from different backgrounds, having no knowledge or skills in advanced manufacturing. So having these right set of partners, including the community college with its really, the plug and play modules. Being able to deliver the training virtually, led by instructors, but learning at the job site so that we're not taking extra time out from these individuals' lives. But so they're earning and they're learning at the same time. With the Fremont's Family Resource Center and the workforce boards, we brought in language support in some cases where there were ESL or ASL issues and things like that. And we were able to also give them some, counseling in terms of financial counseling or how to be in a workplace, so behavioral counseling. And it's like I said, the 100% placement rate speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable, and it's nice to see from start to finish the process of how each step has been so crucial in getting that success. I know we only have a couple minutes, but can you give me an idea of who qualifies and how long each participant will be in the program for?
Yeah, we are targeting low-income individuals, underserved communities. Definitely want more women in advanced manufacturing jobs. And that's why, these key partners, such as the workforce development boards, are just amazing partners for us and will continue to be because they are serving those kinds of populations, right? So that's the hope that we can bring in more of the underserved communities into these better paying jobs. We're having some great conversations with Ohlone College and the workforce boards to see if we can have more of these cohorts. The first and the only ELF cohort so far was an 8-week long program. And the 6 weeks of training was an overlay on top of that, but they're learning at the site. So it's not like an additional time taken away from that. So it's worked out great, and we're hopeful that this right formula that led to the success of this first cohort can serve as a catalyst for, more deliberate efforts to bring in more diverse people into these careers.
Yeah, expanding the program going forward, even as the pandemic starts to wind down. We only have a little bit of time, but if anyone wants to get involved or maybe knows someone who can benefit from this program, where should they go?
Well, we have an interest form that we developed. I don't know how to share the link yet here, but I will say if you want to reach out, if you're interested, you can email us. You can reach me and my team at econdev@fremont.gov. That's ECONDEV at Fremont with one E .gov.
I'm glad you made that distinction. People do get it mixed up often. So, Tina Kapoor, really nice to have you. Feeling inspired for those who are in Fremont. Looking forward to seeing how this program shapes up in the coming months and years, if need be. Economic Development Manager for the City of Fremont. Thank you.
Thank you, Dion. Thank you for having me.